Good evening. Welcome to another exciting... am I coming through live here? I'm going to just check. Yes, I am. Welcome to another exciting episode from Elvis, the Ultimate Fan Channel. On a freezing cold night. As you can see from the clock behind me, it's just after 1:30 p.m. Memphis time. We still have the decorations up at Graceland. So welcome to Elvis the Ultimate Fan Channel. This day in Elvis history, Elvis photo and song of the week, poll result, of course. We'll be doing that after we've discussed the topic of It Happened at the World's Fair. That is the topic tonight, and I asked you to vote for your favourite song that was recorded for the movie. Actually, before I go any further, I want to mention that Mike James from Splinterwood Radio in the UK, he does the Big Breakfast from, I think it's 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday to Friday, and he has invited me on the show to speak Elvis and to talk about this channel, and just to have a little word about Elvis, because of course on the 8th, the following day, it would have been his 87th birthday. So if you're familiar with Mike James, please tune in, Splinterwood Radio. And even if you're not familiar, this is the time to get familiar with him and tune into his Big Breakfast show. So as I say, Mike and I will be just chatting about Elvis. Right, so let's have a look. Don't forget you can call me free on Instagram and Facebook Messenger. Elvis's 12th movie, It Happened at the World's Fair. It's a 1963 American musical film starring Elvis as a crop-dusting pilot. It was filmed in Seattle, Washington, site of the Century 21 Exposition, along with Seattle's World Fair. The governor of Washington at the time, Albert Rossellini, actually, suggested the setting to Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer executives, and they took him up on it. Okay, so let's do a very, very quick rundown of the cast. Elvis was Mike Edwards, a crop-dusting pilot, as I already said. Joan O'Brien as Diane Weston, World's Fair nurse and Mike's love interest. Gary Lockwood as Danny Burke, Mike's gambling-addicted business partner. Vicky Tiu as Sue Lynn, a young girl befriended by Mike, and there'll be a story coming up from Vicky in a second. Yvonne Craig as Dorothy Johnson, another of Mike's love interests. And then we've got Kurt Russell as the boy who kicked Mike in the shin to get him so that he could go to the nurse and see the nurse. Red West as Fred, uncredited, and Joe Esposito as the carnival man, again uncredited. Lee Ash says no One Broken Heart for sale. No, well, I couldn't put them all in the poll, but you could. As I asked you, you can actually comment below if you. Somebody else is saying gorgeous photos. Yes, they are. They're great photographs. He looked particularly good in this movie. So pilot Mike Edwards finds himself in a dilemma. His partner and friend Danny has gambled away the money that Mike has set aside to pay their debts. With no money and $1,200 in debt, their aircraft called Bessie, a crop duster, is taken by the local sheriff. If Mike and Danny cannot come up with the money in 12 days, Bessie will be auctioned off to the highest bidder. Mike and Danny become reluctant hitchhikers looking for a lift to anywhere. They are picked up by apple farmer Walter Ling and his niece Sue Lynn. That's obviously Vicky Tiu. They end up in Seattle, Washington, location of the 1962 World's Fair. When the uncle is called away on business, Danny persuades Mike to take Sue Lynn to tour the fair. During a visit to a doctor at the fair, Mike falls for Diane Warren, the beautiful Joan O'Brien. Actually, I'm just going to get up Joan on there. You can have a wee look at Joan. The attractive and stubborn nurse who resists his advances. Could you resist his advances, girls? Could you? He gives a quarter to a boy Kurt Russell, who kicks him in the shin so he can be treated by her. Diane's supervisor then convinces her to give Mike a ride back to his apartment, convinced that his leg is injured. Mike and Diane dine at the top of the World's Fair Space Needle. However, he also courts Dorothy Johnson, Yvonne Craig. Complications arise when Walter inexplicably fails to come back to the next day to get Sue Lynn, leaving her with Mike. Sue Lynn feigns illness so that Diane will come to their apartment and examine her and see Mike again. When Diane discovers that Mike is not related to Sue Lynn, she wants to inform the welfare board that Sue Lynn can be removed from Mike and Danny's apartment. A mysterious nightfall plane delivery is conducted for Mike and Danny's friend Vince, who is smuggling valuable furs. The film ends with Mike and Diane in love. Okay, the Seattle Center, including the Seattle Center monorail and Space Needle, serve as a backdrop for the several scenes. The security officers pursue Elvis and the girl through the fountains at what is now the Pacific Science Center. The hitchhiking scenes where Elvis and Gary Lockwood was filmed was near Camarillo, California, as were some of the flying scenes. The entire hitchhiking scene, up to a point when Mike and Danny are picked up, was filmed on 5th Street near Pleasant Valley Road on the south side of Camarillo. The reception that the film got, or the movie, whatever you want to call it, J.L. Scott of the Los Angeles Times wrote that it must be said that unless you're an Elvis fan, the 10 songs he offers while plinking a guitar or ukulele can grow tedious. Okay, while the frivolous backgrounding story is turned on and off between tunes. The film was released in widescreen format on DVD by Warner Home Video on August the 7th, 2007. Not that long ago. Okay, initially booked for August the 28th and 29th recording sessions, they were delayed as Elvis was taken ill and only 2 numbers were completed satisfactorily on the first night, August the 30th. 10 songs were tackled for the soundtrack, and the standouts being 2 written by one of Elvis's favourite songwriters, Don Robertson, who took an active part in the session by playing keyboards. I just want to move that across there. Okay. Let's go back to Elvis, will we? I think we've seen Joan. Okay. Don Robertson played keyboards, and one by Otis Blackwell and Winfield Scott, the team that had written the number 2 hit single, Return to Sender, the previous year. Originally, a deluxe-priced gatefold sleeve album was planned, but with 20 minutes of music and the relative failure of One Broken Heart for Sale, the idea was abandoned. It was probably Elvis's shortest soundtrack LP, not necessarily the shortest because the EPs didn't run that long, but it ran to something like 21 and a half, 22 minutes. So it was a very, very short album. In 2003, it happened that the World's Fair was reissued on the Follow That Dream edition that contained the original album along with numerous outtakes. Now, the original release was Beyond the Bend, Relax, Take Me to the Fair, They Remind Me Too Much of You, One Broken Heart for Sale. Then side 2 was I'm Falling in Love Tonight, Cotton Candy Land, World of Our Own, How Would You Like to Be, and Happy Ending. Now, this story from Vicky, she's definitely the Steen Sealer with her big saucer eyes, hearty appetite, and sweetly scheming ways. She wasn't the first choice, however. Her sister Ginny Tiu, who appeared with Elvis in the movie Girls, 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 had another invitation she couldn't refuse, to play piano for President Kennedy in the White House. So little sister Vicky was offered the role. It was the only film Vicky ever made. There you go. One day she was nervous and struggling with one scene that stretched into about 30 takes and could see the director was getting frustrated. She started stuttering. Finally, Elvis said, "That's it. It's a wrap. The little lady and I are going to have something to eat," she recalled. After Elvis took her to dinner the next day, she nailed the scene immediately. At that age, I didn't understand the magnitude of his fame and popularity, but he was a gentleman, said Vicky. Now, I think she must be in her 60s now. She also remembers meeting Kurt Russell on the set. I recall Kurt Russell telling me how much he enjoyed it. He said, when I get out of school, this is what I want to do. Yeah, as far as I know, Vicky now lives in Hawaii, and she's running to be the First Lady of Hawaii or something like that, I believe. Right, the poll. Which is your favourite song recorded for the movie It Happened at the World's Fair? Actually, what have I got here? I didn't pull up this, did I? There's some shots of Vicky with Elvis. I wanted to show those. I should have showed those while I was reading the story about Vicky. Don't forget, coming up also This Day in Elvis History, and also Song of the Week and Pick of the Week. Let's just have a wee look at the Kurt Russell ones as well. There's Kurt. There's Elvis paying him $25 to kick him in the shins. And there's the act itself. Right. So, yeah, what is your favourite song from the movie It Happened at the World's Fair? I put Beyond the Bend, Take Me to the Fair, They Remind Me Too Much of You, I'm Falling in Love Tonight, and Happy Ending. I know some people said, well, what about One Broken Heart for Sale and all that? But I could only choose, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can only put 5 choices. Maybe I should have dropped one of the other ones out and put One Broken Heart for Sale. Here's some comments you've put in the comment section. The Super Memphis Boy said, One Broken Heart for Sale. I love this one very, very much. Bossa Nova Baby says, if I had to choose only one, it would be One Broken Heart for Sale. As usual, I like them all. Edwidge says, hello, Steve. My choice is I'm Falling in Love Tonight, but I also like One Broken Heart for Sale. Okay. Which is fantastic, he says. Alan Groom, hi Alan, says, happy ending for me, and Elvis and Joan O'Brien looked so great together at the end. Rick Hauser says, One Broken Heart for Sale. Jill Brett, hi Jill, says, definitely One Broken Heart for Sale, my first choice. Laurie Periada says, I like Relax the best. Doug Dickerson, hi Doug, says, no One Broken Heart for Sale, ? As that would have been my vote, but I voted for Happy Ending. It's funny that maybe one time in this series has the song I chose won. I think that that's the testimony to the deep greatness of Elvis and how wide-ranging of his songs the people liked. Frank Griffiths says One Broken Heart for Sale, but the single was very short. Dolores Petrie says, I love One Broken Heart for Sale. Megan Nonke says, One Broken Heart for Sale in the Trailer Park is my favourite, with They Remind Me Too Much of You second. Danielle says, They Remind Me Too Much of You, no question. I would say that this is more than a song, it's an experience. His voice is like a warm blanket wrapping us up in a deep, heartfelt emotion. I always need to pull myself together after this one. Okay, right. So, do you want to have a look to see what won? Now, I would say that Ed says, happy ending, so lovely, upbeat. After One Broken Heart for Sale, I like the two different versions of it. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people saying One Broken Heart for Sale. And the poll is there. 56%. They remind me too much of you. Now, I will go as far as to say that if One Broken Heart for Sale was in there, it probably would have run it a close second. Hi, Maxine.
Hey, Steve.
How are you?
I'm doing really good, thank you.
So what did you vote for in the poll?
Oh, It Happened at the World's Fair.
No. You have to tell me the song.
No, that's the song. The first song that was on the list. I think it was.
Oh, Beyond the Bend.
Oh, no, not that one. You know that bit where in the back of the truck with Vicky and he starts singing that song? That one. Okay.
All right. So, and what do you think of the song overall? The film overall, the movie overall?
It's a brilliant movie. It's one of my favourite ones.
Is it?
Yeah.
What makes it so good?
I think just the humour of it and how caring he is with Vicky.
I know there's some really cute scenes with him, isn't there? When he sings, "They remind me too much of you," and she's asleep because she's got the bellyache.
Yeah, so funny.
And he gives her a wee kiss on the forehead at the end, and then he puts her hat on. Yeah, it's amazing to think that that's the only movie she ever made.
I know.
As I say, as far as I know now, I did actually send her a message, but I haven't received a reply yet. As far as I know, she's in Hawaii now, and she is running to be, I think, the first lady of Hawaii, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool, that is.
Yeah. I'd love to talk to her. I don't know whether she remembers much, because she would have only been probably 6 or 7 when she made that movie with Elvis.
Oh, bless her. I know she still has the dress from when she filmed it, didn't she?
Oh, does she?
Apparently so. I've seen a picture somewhere where she's still got, when she's in a young, or roughly her age now, where she's still got the dress from it.
Wow.
I have to find that picture.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see that. We could, if you find it, send it to me and we'll post it on here, because I must admit I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, right. That's great.
All right, Steve.
Okay, mind yourself.
All right.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, that's really, really interesting to think that she still has the dress. Yeah, so there you go. There's the poll. 56% they remind me too much of you. But I think if I'd have put One Broken Heart for Sale on there, it would have been a lot closer than that. Take Me to the Fair, only 6%. Beyond the Bend, 6%. I like Beyond the Bend. I think it's a nice, happy sort of tune to kick the film off with. So yeah, but I'll let you know what my choice was later, and it'll be Song of the Week. Let me do Elvis History. This day in Elvis History, January the 5th. And we do have photos, and one of them is quite funny actually. Elvis, in 1955, Elvis performed at the City Auditorium, San Angelo, Texas, and it says Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley tops the bill at the show in this 1,855 seat auditorium. Hundreds of teenage girls rush the stage for autographs. I bet that's probably the only time they got his name wrong. Maybe one other time I can think of when they maybe put an A instead of an E. But I thought that was quite funny. Elvis Presley. 1956, a 5-year partnership was signed between Hill and Range Music and Elvis Music Inc. Elvis performed at the Randolph MS High School Auditorium. I do have some shots taken. 56, he was in New York. And there's some photographs here. I don't know how many I have. I think it's 3, I think. Yeah. Sitting on some cases there by the looks of it. "1957, Billboard magazine reported on a mysterious case of damaged Elvis records. Vice President, General Manager of RCA's record division, heard the true story at a convention of record distributors in Indianapolis, where a little old lady was smashing Elvis Presley records in stores." Fair enough. There's no accounting for taste, is there? 1959, Elvis does a telephone interview with Hawaii DJ promoter Tom Moffat while in military service in Germany. 1960, Elvis was granted leave from January the 5th until January 17th. He also got permission to go to travel to Paris. 1961, Wild in the Country production. 1963, Priscilla's visit was coming to an end, actually. And it wasn't long before she came back for good, as we know. 1966, Monroe News Star reporter reported that Elvis had sent $20,000 gift to American fighting men in South Vietnam. A former GI, he made $5,000 contributions to 4 USO headquarters near the front. Elvis's gifts made possible Christmas parties for more than 10,000 GIs, said the newspaper. 1970, Elvis rents out the Memphis Memphian Theatre for another of his many all-night movie matinees, attended only by Elvis, his family, and members of the Memphis Mafia. Tonight he views the as-yet unreleased George C. Scott's biopic, Patton, which so mesmerizes the king that it becomes his favourite film, edging out the previous title holder, Dr. Strangelove. As it is habit with a film he loves, Elvis memorizes every line, especially the famous opening pep talk the general gives to his troops. 1971, Elvis returned from Dallas to Memphis, and 1976, Elvis with Linda Thompson and the Memphis Mafia group in Vail, Colorado, hanging out with Denver police officers some of the time. Now, Song of the Week. I'll do my Song of the Week and then I'll do my Pick of the Week. The song is written by Don Robertson. In January 1963, the song was released together with One Broken Heart for Sale as an advanced single from the movie. One Broken Heart for Sale reached number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100, and my Song of the Week, They Remind Me Too Much of You, reached number 53. Elvis recorded the song on Saturday, September the 22nd, 1962 at Radio Recorders in Hollywood. They did 9 takes. Only take 1, 4, and 7 were complete, and then 9 obviously was the master. So 3 completes, what they call outtakes, I suppose, and take 9 was the master. Now, I'm going to link in the description box below take 1. And it first appeared officially in the 1980 silver box set Elvis Aaron Presley. I'm not... Oh, by the way, thanks, Chris. I see Chris has sent a super chat there. Hi, Steve. I didn't get around to do your coffees, so I wanted to send you something. All the best. Thank you very much for the donation, Chris. I'll put that to good use with the channel. Thanks very much. Very generous. Yeah, so as I said, this take first appeared in the 1980s, the silver box set, Elvis Aaron Presley. And I've always sort of wondered why they did another take, because this take 1 at the very, very end, you'll hear Elvis say, I'd like to hear it to see what we got. And I'll tell you what he had. He had the perfect take there, straight off the bat. First go, no messing around, just wham, straight in there. I don't know why they recorded another 9 takes, or, well, they recorded another 4 takes. The other ones were false starts or incomplete. But that's what he had. He had the perfect take. Just perfection. As I say, if you haven't heard it before, I'll link it down below after the show. My pick of the week. Oh yeah, just another wee reminder. I am going to be talking to Mike James on the Big Breakfast Show on Friday. He's doing an Elvis special. It's obviously in honor of Elvis's birthday the following day. What would have been his 87th birthday on Splinterwood Radio in the UK. So if you want to tune into that and hear me again, if you're not sick of hearing my voice. Pick of the week. Yeah, now it's not a cold shower photograph, but it is a cutie. It is a cutie. And it's the... Okay, hang on a second. We'll take that call. I'll keep you just on tenterhooks for just a little longer on the pick of the week. Hi, who's calling Elvis the Ultimate Fan channel? Hi, who's calling Elvis the Ultimate Fan channel? Can you hear me? Hello. That is a shame, because unfortunately there was definitely somebody there, and if they do want to call back, maybe they couldn't hear me. I could hear something, but I wasn't sure what it was. Okay, here we go again. Hi, who's calling Elvis the Ultimate Fan channel?
Hi,
Hi, it's Ruth Daniel from Memphis, Tennessee.
Hey, Ruth, how are you doing? It's about 1:55 p.m. there.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Yep, it's sunny today, beautiful day. We're supposed to have some snow tomorrow, though.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to have snow in Ireland tomorrow as well, and it's very, very cold at the moment.
Oh my goodness, it's 55 degrees here.
Well, you see, it's January, you see, so I suppose, what more do we expect in Ireland?
Oh, I know. We got some ice and we got some snow the other day. Now we're going to get some more tomorrow, and we're going to start with the birthday bash at Graceland tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, you're going to be going, are you?
Yes. It's a dance party, and it's a tour of Graceland, and they're going to do a trivia, I don't know, scavenger hunt or something like that. Yeah.
And
that'll be fun.
Are you going to go actually, when is the the cake and Priscilla going to be there? Is that actually on the 8th?
Yes, on the 8th, they'll do the proclamation that morning on the lawn at Graceland. And then they'll have conversations with different people. Priscilla will be one of them. And then they'll have the big birthday Pops concert with Terry Mike Jeffrey that night.
Okay. Will you actually get to be able to speak to Priscilla, or does she go around and talk to the fans?
No, she won't be doing that.
Right,
I don't think.
Right. That's unfortunate. I always thought that she did have a word with a few fans near the stage, so and so forth.
Well, sometimes she'll come over to where the ropes are, right by the driveway, and talk to a few people.
Yeah. But she doesn't really sort of do the rounds and spend a lot of time.
No, this was in 2020 when she did that. The last time we could really get together. So
yeah, and I suppose if it's cold, she doesn't want to spend that much time outside, I'm sure.
No, it'll be pretty cold that morning. Yeah. I don't know.
She lives in California. She lives in California, doesn't she? So that she'll notice a big difference in the temperatures.
Oh yes, she will. She'll be bundled up for sure, and I will be too.
Well, if I normally watch it on the Graceland.com, so give us a wave if you see a camera. You could actually hold a banner up saying Elvis the Ultimate Fan Channel.
Sure, yeah, right. Okay, I'll just wave.
Yeah. Did you want to talk about It Happened at the World's Fair?
Oh yeah, I love the song Falling in Love Tonight, done at the Space Needle. Ever since I saw that movie, I wanted to go to the Space Needle. Yeah. So I got a chance to go. I've been there a few times now. Been to the restaurant, and eaten there. It's just gorgeous. You can see the sunset from up there. It's just the best place to go.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's great.
I have been to California, but I haven't been to Seattle.
Yeah, Washington. Yeah, Washington State.
Sorry, Washington. Yeah, I've been to California. I've been to Florida. Obviously, I've been to Memphis. But no, Seattle is another place I've been. But if I ever get the chance, I will. I'll go, definitely.
Oh, yeah. I got to go in the 80s with my parents for the first time, like 82, I think it was.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that long after, well, it was 20 years after they filmed the movie, but it was basically in the same kind of condition it was when Elvis was filming. So that was really nice. Now it's changed a lot. The Space Needle hasn't changed.
No.
Around the area, the Science Center and all that, that's changed now.
Very good. Very good. Well, have a lovely time during Elvis Week. It's not Elvis Week, it's birthday week, isn't it?
Yes, birthday week. Yes. We'll have a great time.
And
you got a gospel dinner.
You always go to the Elvis Week as well in August, do you?
Oh, yes. Yeah. And Friday night is a gospel dinner, so Terry Blackwood will be here.
Oh, right. I was interested in getting Terry on the show to speak to me. I haven't been able to get in touch with him yet. I do think he's on Facebook, though. I must try and send him another message.
Yes, you must.
Yeah. Great. Thanks, Ruth.
Oh, good. Okay, you're welcome.
All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Good to talk with you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
That's lovely Ruth Daniel, and right on the doorstep as well of Graceland. She lives in Memphis. Pick of the week. Here we go. As I said, it's not a cold shower photograph, but it is a cutie, and it's this one here. Now, what do you think of that? Yes, Maxine says, have an amazing time, Ruth. As soon as I saw that, I was sifting through the images for It Happened at the World's Fair, and as soon as I saw that one, I just thought, yeah. Look at the way he's holding her hand. She's sat at the top of a step ladder, and he's holding her hand just to make sure she doesn't come to any harm. And he has a great look on on his face, and she has a great look on her cutie wee face as well. So that's my pick of the week. A reminder then that if you do listen to Splinterwood Radio, I'll be speaking to Mike James about this channel, and you can tune in on Friday between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. I would love it if you listen in. You can never get enough of Elvis, that's for sure. And I know he's doing a special Elvis show on that day, but he does play a lot of Elvis anyway. So don't forget to join me on Sunday when we'll have the next round of the Fan of the Month quiz. We'll be discussing the next Elvis movie on the list, which is Fun in Acapulco. This Day in Elvis History, Photo and Song of the Week. And hopefully people will be calling in to chat as well. So until then, please look after yourselves. And don't forget that link to buy me a cup of coffee if you wish. Bye-bye now.